Hello everyone, welcome to Automate AWS with Python Boto3. In today's episode, we are kicking off with day 1, that is AWS setup and Boto3 basics. So before getting started, we'll understand what is the agenda for today's video. So we'll learn what is Boto3 and why Boto3. Next, we'll install Boto3 and then we'll understand what is AWS CLI, which is a command line interface, and we'll install AWS CLI, and we'll finally wrap this session by listing the AWS S3 buckets, both by manually and programmatically. So let's understand what is Boto3. Boto3 is AWS SDK for Python. Now what is SDK? SDK is a software development kit. Let's say a software development kit means a tool provided by Amazon that helps programmers access AWS resources programmatically. That will allow programmers to access the resources of AWS programmatically. Let's example like accessing S3 buckets, creating EC2 instance, and other resources of AWS. Now next is why to use Boto3. Let's say you want to launch a 5 EC2 instance. Normally you go to the AWS console and launch the instance 5 times, which is a manual process and it will take a lot of time. And also you can cause some errors in between also. By Boto3, you can write the code once and launch that code anytime. You can also write the custom logics, like let's say you want to send a mail to a user whenever user logs into your application. You can do that using Boto3. You can write the custom logics. This is very good for application level automation. So Boto3, these are the uses of the Boto3. So next we'll install Boto3. So just take this command pip install Boto3. For pip you must be installed Python before this. So make sure you have Python installed in your system. So copy this command, come to your terminal. I'm using this terminal, my VS Code terminal. You can use your CMD or normal terminal. Just paste that command and hit enter. So I have already installed, so it is not taking a long time to install this. It may take some minutes for you to install this. So after that, next we'll understand what is AWS CLI, a command line interface. So before understanding this, let me give an example. Let's say how you can access the folders in your application in your PC. One is one is using interface, that is you go to the file explorer, C drive or D drive, and move to your folder level and access the folder. And other way is that you use the CMD, that is you use your command line interface like this and move to your folder, required folder, and access the application. In the same way, AWS also provides the two ways to access the AWS resources. One is that using console, that is you move to the console like this. You to move, go to your AWS console and access the required resources. Let's say EC2, S3, or any other services. You can access it through console. And other is AWS CLI. CLI is a command line interface through which you can access the AWS resources. This is the normal definition, which where you can create, manage, and delete AWS resources. Now next we'll install the AWS CLI. If you are a Windows user, you can follow this official documentation. You can move to this documentation and go for Windows and just read these commands and copy paste the commands. We'll be able to install this CLI. Same goes with the Mac OS or Linux user. Just take these commands and paste in your terminal. We'll be able to install those AWS CLI. Once you install, you can verify AWS CLI. Just take this command, go to your terminal, paste it, hit enter. We'll be seeing like this output something, which means your AWS CLI is installed. So next is we'll configure this. Now what is AWS configure? Let's say you have installed this CLI in your terminal. Now how this terminal will know which is your account, where is your account. So we'll connect your account with this terminal so that you can communicate with your resources. For that, you go to your console, go to IAM, go to users. These all the users I have already created. Create user, give name, give any name. Go to three user, hit next, then attach policies directly, give administrative access, check this box and then next. Then create user. So this will create a user. See here a Boto3 user. Just go to this Boto3 user. And next go to this security credentials. So we'll create an access key for this. Create access key for CLI. Hit next. Just check this box. Hit next. This is optional. Do that. Create user. So you'll get a access key and secret access key. Now take this key, go to your terminal, type AWS configure. AWS configure. Paste that. Hit enter. Now go to SLI. Take this command, secret key. Paste it here. Hit enter. Choose your region. My region is AP South 1. You choose your according to your region. Where you can find that region again. Here you can find your region. Here global. You see what region it is showing. Means go to here. See, I am in a specific AIP Mumbai. See which region you are in and just type that region here. And the output format is JSON. Hit enter. So you will be configuring your terminal with your account. So the next step is we'll see how to access AWS S3 buckets both manually and programmatically. First we'll see manually. Go to your console, go to your S3, general purpose buckets, and these all are the buckets that I have in my account. Yeah, if you may not see anything here if you don't have any buckets here. Next is programmatically. Go to your code. You can find this code in my GitHub. So this is the code. Let me show you first output. Python S3. See, this is the output. Your S3 buckets. These are all the buckets I have in my account. Now let me explain this code. So we are importing Boto3. We are creating a client. What is this client? In client we are passing S3. In AWS we have many resources like EC2, Lambda. We are telling specifically talk to S3. So we are passing creating a client, and then we are calling this method of S3. Now where I am know how I know this all code. You can go to the documentation. This I will give the link of this documentation in description. Go to this documentation and then available service, search for S3. Here is S3. See, you don't need to mug the code. You just need to understand where I can find the code. You can find all the coding of all the resources here. So you can take this code here and paste same thing I have done here. And then list buckets. If you want to list buckets, then just search for list. See list buckets. See here, you can find the code here from here. Paste that code here, and I'm just printing those buckets here. This is how it is done. So that's it for the day one. We have now installed Boto3, configured AWS CLI, and listed your S3 buckets using Python. Tomorrow we will dive deeper into working with individual S3 buckets and files. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification so you never miss a day. Thank you.